Hey everyone, Fonstein here for those of you who don't know me. I wanted to touch on a topic real quick that I heard in a sermon by Dr. Darius Daniels. And he just touched on it briefly, but it really got me thinking. So the title of this video is Concept versus Context. And so people always like the concept of being in a relationship, being married, going back to school, having the job of their dreams, having kids, having that family, being an entrepreneur, or maybe on the flip side, being single or whatever. We always have these concepts, these ideas. So the definition of a concept is an abstract idea. So it sounds good, right? So we're like, oh yeah, I want to be married to so-and-so, or I want this many kids, or I want to be an entrepreneur. But then what we fail to realize is the context of it, right? So the definition of context is circumstances that form the setting for an event, statement, or idea, and in terms of which it can fully be understood and assessed. So without knowing the context of the concept, we're misunderstood. We are setting ourselves up for failure, because when we fail to understand the concept of being in a relationship, or the concept of being in marriage, or the concept of going back to school, the concept of wanting to be a doctor, wanting to be a nurse, wanting to be a scientist, wanting to be whatever, a teacher, whatever it may be that you want to be, an entrepreneur, wanting to be single, wanting that job of your dreams, what we oftentimes fail to realize is that the work that it takes. So when you get that job, when you get kids, when you start the business, you're like, it sounds good. Oh yeah, I'm a business owner, I'm single, I'm going back to school. Yeah, it sounds good coming out your mouth, but we fail to realize the work that it takes to maintain and upkeep those things. Being a business owner is not easy. Being an entrepreneur is not easy. You sometimes stay up till 2-3 o'clock in the morning just getting stuff done, making sure that the business plan is laid out properly, or your end of the month statements are properly done. And then if you have employees, you have to make sure that payroll is done, so on and so forth. And when it comes to kids, there's no playbook for kids. Okay, like, I'm a single mom of 2 girls, and there's no playbook. They're 10 and almost 12. There is no playbook. There is no one way that works for all kids. So it's kind of like rolling with the punches. And same thing with school. Like, I'm in school right now, and I'm taking anatomy and physiology, and we're about to go online because of this coronavirus, and I'm just like, Lord, take the wheel, because I'm already struggling with this class, but I need this class for my degree. So it's like, okay, Jesus, take the wheel. I understand this class. I need this class. I didn't fully understand the context of how much work I was going to have to put into it when I took the class. When I signed up for this class, I didn't fully understand how hard it was going to be being a single mom, but I wasn't going to stay in a relationship that was toxic. And I don't believe that anybody should stay in a relationship for the sake of the kids. Your happiness matters too. The old saying is, happy wife, happy life. Well, I say happy spouse, happy house. Okay? Because it's not just the female that matters. The male matters too. And so when we get into relationships, though, it's like we get this relationship and we're like, yeah, like, oh, he's the man of my dreams, or she's the woman of my dreams, and she's my all. But then y'all get into like a little tussle, a tough like conversation, And y'all don't realize how much work that has to be put into the conversation to smooth things out, because you want the relationship to work. So in order for the relationship to work, you have to put in the work. That is the relationship. Like, if you want the relationship to work, you have to put in the work. You have to have hard conversations, and you have to do that with your kids too. And you have to have hard conversations really, like, wherever. If you're an entrepreneur, if you are working a 9 to 5, so if you're corporate America, going to school, being single, like, hey, I need support, I need your guys' help from your family or from friends or whoever. Like, you have to have hard conversations, and they're hard conversations for a reason, because we don't like talking about this stuff. So it was just an idea or a thought that had crossed my mind. So we get ourselves into, they're not even relationships anymore, they're situationships, where people don't take the relationship serious. They're just coexisting. They don't talk. They just sleep together, and that's it. And so just the point is, know the work, or realize the work that it takes to maintain what you're asking for. Understand the concept before you obtain the concept of a relationship, of marriage, of going to school, of having kids, having a family, being an entrepreneur, being single and having that job. Understand the responsibilities that come with it. That way you don't fall flat on your face. I hope this video blesses you, and thank you for all of your support. I pray you guys stay safe during this crazy epidemic that we are going through right now. But thank you, and God bless.